I'm a bit late to the gold rush, but I finally got some in-house. Let's unbox and take a quick look at the gold iPhone 5S. What's going on, guys? My name is Tomas, and in this video I'm going to unbox the gold iPhone 5S. In addition, I'll be looking at available storage, give a brief overview of the camera, and also take a look at the phone's internet connectivity. Right off the bat, you'll notice there is very little difference in the packaging from the previous iteration of this device. The chamfered edges and the Touch ID ring are subtly prominent on the packaging, and you should definitely be able to distinguish what color of iPhone 5S you have on your hands before you even open the box. Before we begin, you'll notice I decided to go with the 16GB version. Now that we've taken off the plastic, let's get to the device itself. Apple has mastered product presentation and the marketing behind it. As you slide the top of the box off, all you are presented with is your brand new device. This has always been one of my favorite parts of getting a new Apple device. It doesn't matter if you're buying a ridiculously overpriced set of in-ear headphones or a top-of-the-line Macintosh. Apple definitely tries to make you feel justified in your purchase, and usually succeeds. Falling in line with the unwritten rule of unboxings, let's place the handset aside and take a peek at what you get in the box. First off, you get minimal documentation and a set of stickers. Next, you're provided with a 5-volt USB power adapter and a lightning cable. You can identify and you'll know that you have a certified Apple power adapter by looking for the neon certification dot placed right here. Apple has gone an extra distance to identify their certified device accessories because of some issues that popped up with third-party adapters. Finally, you get those famously redesigned EarPods, which I refer to as being ridiculously overpriced if you buy them separately. Now back to the handset. Removing the shipping plastic, you can see how sharp the device looks. However, I noticed that the shipping plastic had fingerprints on it. It seems like the packager was in a hurry. I don't know if others experienced this, but I definitely voiced my opinion to Apple's customer service. The phone itself was untouched, therefore the fingerprints were not of a huge concern. The champagne gold color really stands out at certain angles. It sometimes is very obvious, and at other times it's hard to tell which color it really is. Around the left side of the phone, you'll notice the silence ring switch and the volume up and down buttons. Moving toward the bottom, you get a 3.5mm headphone jack, microphone, lightning cable input, and mono speaker. On the right side, you'll notice the nano SIM card tray. One frustrating aspect about the SIM tray is that Apple does not provide you with a SIM tool. I'm not sure if that's the case with the Carrier Edition phones, as this is an unlocked version, so keep that in mind if you purchase the unlocked version directly from Apple. And finally, the sleep-wake power on and off button at the top right. The innards of the iPhone 5S are packed with Apple's new A7 processor with 64-bit architecture. To accompany the A7, Apple has thrown in their own M7 Motion coprocessor that is used for tracking movement or motion. The rear iSight 8-megapixel camera is flanked by a noise-canceling microphone and a dual LED flash. The face of the device is equipped with a 1.2-megapixel front-facing camera, light sensor, and earpiece. Toward the bottom of the device, you'll see the addition of the Touch ID home button. The phone's screen is a 4-inch 640 by 1136 Retina display. Now on to usable storage. Keeping in mind this is the 16GB version, we can see after the first power on, you are provided with 12.3GB of usable storage. Apple has taken care to manage usable space really well. In comparison, a 16GB Android phone running 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich out of the box will have roughly 9 to 9.5 gigs of usable space. To me, Apple has done a great job with file management with iOS in general. Before we continue, I need to preface this portion of the video by saying I don't know a whole lot about cameras, therefore anything I present here can and probably will be dissected by you photo gurus. With this in mind, I took superior pictures with the iPhone 5S because of its simplistic user interface. My wife is fairly familiar with photography and told me after the fact that some of the Canon T4i photos are not properly set up or taken. That being said, I thought it would be a fun idea to compare the iPhone 5S's 8-megapixel shooter to the likes of a Canon T4i. I also took slow motion video. The video was recorded at 120 frames per second and was secondarily slowed down in post-production using Adobe Premiere Pro. The video is in the original format and the car is being slowed to 25% its normal speed. The flag in this example is being slowed to 10% its normal speed. To close this video, I wanted to see what Wi-Fi and carrier connectivity of the iPhone 5S would be like. This testing is all relative to your location and internet service provider and will vary depending on a number of different things. I do have Apple's new 802.11ac router and will be testing both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz frequencies here. The 2.4 gigahertz frequency is getting me about 8 megabits download with spikes into the 13 megabits range and about 10 megabits upload. The 5 gigahertz frequency gets me about 23 megabits with spikes into the 50 megabits range download and the same upload speeds as the 2.4 gigahertz frequency. Finally, I'm going to disconnect Wi-Fi and connect to T-Mobile's LTE network. Keep in mind, I am in northern Utah, so if you are in the area, you should expect to see this type of performance in this same geographical location. I get roughly 8 download and 7 upload. This video covers a basic overview of the iPhone 5S. If you're looking for a more in-depth review of the iPhone 5S, Jonathan over at TLD Today has put together an awesome detailed review with anything and everything you would want to know about the new iPhone 5S. If you want to check that out, you'll find a link to that video in the description of this video. So with that about does it for me. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. In addition, you can find me on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks again. I hope you all are doing great. Take care.